Why should an organisation adopt an agile way of working? I'm not going to swear. Good question. Why should it? What's it trying to achieve? What does it think agile is going to give it that other ways aren't? It shouldn't. There you go. Nice and easy. An organisation shouldn't adopt an agile way of working, whatever that is meant to mean. What it should do is work out what is best for it in the context in which it exists and for the purposes it exists. Now, agile is a tool set, it's a mindset, it's a set of values and principles, call it what you will. It's not a thing in and of itself. So you don't adopt it, you become agile. Okay? You become more responsive to your customer. You're looking for early and fast feedback. Open, honest communication with everybody that's involved. That's not always the right answer. So for some organisations, don't adopt agile. Right? And a good agile coach will help you understand that in those first conversations. What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to do it? What type of business do you have? These are relevant questions because actually the traditional ways of working work. If they didn't, we wouldn't have created the world we have today. All the good as well as the bad. They work. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't assume you need to be agile because it's the latest buzzword, because it's been on the cover of magazines, because you went to a conference and all the other chief execs were talking about it. Maybe they know what they're talking about, maybe they don't. Maybe they've just latched on to the latest buzzwords from the consultants who sent them to the conference. What you need to do instead is work out, does this work for me? Are we in a complex, interdependent, interrelated industry? Are we in a way of working that requires people to bring their brains to work more than their hands? If so, agile is an interesting thing to start bringing along to the mix. But it may not be solely that. So you're going to have to work out what works best for the work you're doing. Okay. What we want to do then is start playing around with that idea. Okay, which bits of your organisation does this make sense to introduce? How can we introduce agile is secondary to should we? Okay, is it going to help you solve a problem? Because that's what we're talking about here, is a new tool set to solve different problems than the 20th century methods. Do you have complexity in your business? Do you have complexity in your products? Do you even have products? Okay? Because if you don't, is agile the right thing? A product development approach, coming out of the software world. Many people jump on agile as the latest and greatest. They see it as a way that they turn up. I don't know. They in my head, it's good old disks for installing a new operating system. You've got a stack of 20 disks and you have to put them in one at a time. And they think that if they put them in the right order, everything will be better. It won't. Okay. What it will do, if it's done well, is show you where the issues are in your organisation, how to change things in your organisation from the top to the very bottom. Everybody's going to need to radically change their thinking, their approach, their way of working. Okay. Are you up for that? Do you need to do that? These are questions that need to be answered before you start doing it, because once you start, you are in an organisational transformation for good or bad. Okay? Wherever that happens, good people leave. Okay? Can you afford to lose them? Will the people who stay behind be the ones you want? All of these questions need to be considered. You can't have answers. The very nature of organisational transformation is complex in itself. You can't predict the future. Okay? What you're going to do instead is take a step and see what happens. If you're convinced this is the right way for you, then great. Bring the agile coaches in. Let them help you understand and how to start tackling this problem. But before you do that, understand they don't know the answer. There is no framework out there. There is no method. There is no methodology out there that can tell you beforehand that it will work. There is no way of knowing it will be successful or not. Not in your context, in your organisation, with your people, because it has never happened before and it will never happen again. So if you're faced with this, what you need to do is understand, first of all, is this a good idea? Should we be considering adopting agile, starting an agile transformation? And if it is, plenty of stuff out there you can go and buy, great. But none of that is the answer. It may point you to an answer. They may be good starting places, good places to help you begin your journey of agility. And a good agile coach will help you understand which, if any of those frameworks, is a good starting place for you to achieve your goals. Because ultimately, agility is not the answer. It's a way to achieve the answer that your business is looking for. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.